This conference
I
will
think,
now be recorded.
yeah, right, guys. So I'll give you a presenter. To whom should I give? Who want to present? Who has done the assignment?
I can present.
Okay, Suyanka,
Mm-hmm.
you can share your screen now.
Yes. Just a second. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
But your voice is really low. I can hardly hear everyone.
My voice is low.
Okay, now it's fine.
No, no, I was not talking. I was just okay.
Oh, okay. So this is the program for Armstrong number.
Yes.
So first of all, this is the main method. I have like asked user to enter the number of their choice
Okay.
and have done the next like
Armstrong
input the
number, you gave sum of
yeah.
numbers equals to 0. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
If the
and then
number has to be okay, sum of digits of cubes. Okay. Right.
okay. All right. So do you want me to show the prime number as well?
But here you said like math dot power remainder comma 3. What
Yeah.
if I have multiple like 4 digits, 5 digits? Then
Then I can use num, right?
yes, that should be the size of that particular
Yes.
number, right? How
Yes.
to get the size of that number?
I think there is a function or something to get the size.
For number, there is no function. You have to do it manually. If you need to do it manually, how will you do it? If I give 123, there are 3 digits. How can you find there are 3 digits? Anybody else can talk on it. If I have a number, how to find out how many digits in my number?
I guess we have to write another while loop or something to find that digit count, right?
Yes, digit count. Manually, you should write the while loop to find the digit count. You know that n equal to n by 10 will reduce each digit now. So you can
Yes.
get the remaining. Likewise, if you repeat that while loop for 3 times, that means 3. You can put a counter. Okay,
Okay.
I'll show
Okay.
you. If you have confusion, I will show you. Don't worry.
All right.
Any other program? Did you Armstrong and prime number,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I have done the prime
Can you
number.
show me the prime number?
Yes.
The prime numbers. Prime number equal to false. Remainder I equal to 2. I less than or equal to I by 2. What is I plus plus? You didn't give.
No,
Remainder
actually,
equal to.
yeah, this worked. I tried with I++, but it was giving me dead code, so I did not use the
Okay.
iteration. Yeah.
Number percentage I, if number equal to 0, prime number equal to false, break if prime number the given number. But I said to return, no, not to print there, no. But
Yes.
it's well tried. Nice, nice, good.
All right.
Generally, in method, we should make a habit of just returning the values rather than printing there itself, right? I said
Yes.
to print in a main method, right? That only missing. Rest of the things are okay. Logic somewhat. I feel it's better to change.
Okay.
Okay, let me also do it. No problem.
All
Anybody
right.
else would like to share your code, guys? Anybody else have this code? Done this code? Would like
Yeah,
to
I can
share?
share. Yeah, I can share.
Yeah. Who is that? Mehir?
Kaush.
Okay, gosh. Right. gave you presenter.
Okay. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, I can see now.
In the Armstrong number, I did like this.
But I cannot see your code. I can see some names are coming, attendees names only.
Oh, give me 1 second.
Share your Eclipse.
Now you can see, right?
Yeah, I can see. But
Okay, then
maximize it, no?
yeah,
Maximize it.
can
Then
you
I'm
see it
getting
now?
2 screens. I don't know why. Maximize it. Make it full screen.
Yes, I did. Give me 1 second there. Now you can see, right?
Yeah, I can see, but it's very small. I don't know why, but it is Ubuntu, some color,
Yeah.
black color, yellow. Close this.
Okay, give me 1
Close
second
this
there.
window.
How is now good?
Yeah, now it is good.
Okay. Then I did using 2 while loops. One is for find the digit count. Then
Okay. You
we
did
can
this, no? Digit
dynamic,
count.
yeah, because if
Yeah.
no need to, yeah, no need to worry
Yes.
about that. If we enter any number, then we can find it using
Yeah.
this. Then this loop I found the digit count. Then I use this loop for the calculating the power. And over here I return the string, this string. Then inside the main method I get the user input. Then I print out the result over here.
Okay, good. So you did all in one method. Okay, I want to make one point here to all of you before we continue. As per our rules in a methods, when you're writing methods, no, keep one more rule extra, like it's a reusable component. You should write one logic in one method. You should not write multiple logics in one method. You add this rule in your curriculum, that now what you did in your is Armstrong number method, you counted the number of digit. This is separate logic. And you have done like math power calculation. This is separate digit. Got the point?
Yes.
There are 2 or 3 operations are included which should not be done. So you should separate the digit count, separate method, call that method from here.
Okay.
Okay. That should happen. But rather than, it's good, fantastic, super. Yeah, anybody else is there? Have you done the prime number program?
Yeah.
Okay.
I check because the if the number 1 and 0 is coming, it is not a prime. Therefore, I check that logic over here.
Okay.
First, then I use the for loop to the rest of other numbers, including 2, because I start over here, I equal 2.
Yeah, you excluded the 1 and itself, right?
Yeah.
You excluded 1 and itself. Good.
Itself, yeah, 1 and 0 and minus numbers and everything I catch from this logic if condition.
Yes. So you started 2 logic and less than an I plus plus. Then if you find at least 1, you return the number, and else return that. Yeah, fantastic. This is good. Good. But here also I see something. This method is okay right now. There is no problem. But sometimes you may require to use this method in other activities also. Is prime. So then better to return true or false rather than messages. If the true, it is prime. If the false, it is not a prime. That also you can do. It's much better.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. Okay, thank you.
Good. So right. Shall I continue? Anybody would like to show? Guys, anybody new today? Is there anybody new today? Okay. See here, I will write the prime number first in my own style. It's almost the same to you, only prime demo, and we have to follow the naming convention as well. Prime demo, I think it's for loop one. Prime demo and public static void is prime. It's a better name. And as you have done, if n value is less than 2, okay, then return false. Why I'm sending return true or false, I will tell you. Okay guys, so integer n has to be given as a parameter, and this void should be replaced as what? Void should be replaced as what, guys?
Boolean.
Boolean. No, Boolean, because I'm returning what? True or false. Yeah, after that I start my loop like I equals to 2, I less than or equals to n by 2, right? N by 2. Yeah, I plus plus. Okay. Now what I will do is simply see, I'm starting for 2 to n by 2 up to half of the number. I hope this logic is clear to all, or anybody having any doubt regarding this? Why it is started from 2, why it is ended at only n by 2? Anybody have got the doubt, or everybody got clarity of it? Guys, there is the question if you have any doubt regarding this.
Can why we divide by 2 on the middle?
Very good. Very good. So first of all, we should understand what are we trying to do here. My target to find the prime number or not, the given number is prime number or not. For that, what I am doing, first of all, I am trying to find the factors of the given number. Suppose if you gave 5 n value, I need to find the factors for the 5. Factors means the numbers which are divided. So for example, let me go and ask you something like, suppose if I give 10, how many factors for 10? 1, 2, 5 and
5.
10 itself.
10 itself.
Let's take 5. How many factors for 5? 1, 5 only. Yes. Suppose if I take 15, how many factors for 15?
1, 3, 5,
3, 5,
15.
5, 15 itself. What is your observation in this? Anybody? Which is prime number here? Which is prime number? If I take 7, tell me now. 1 and 7, there is nothing else. Which are prime numbers?
7 and
5
This is
and
true.
7.
This is true. Yeah, this is false. This is true. This is false. So everybody, I hope, understood why this is true, why this is false. Means if there are only two factors for the number, this number is a prime number. If more than 2 you have, it is not a prime number. That is our target. Correct?
Okay. Yeah.
But in this, if you observe, why should I test 1 and itself? Because every number contains 1 and itself as a factors only, kada. See, 10 contains 1 and 10, 5 contains 1 and 10, 15 contains 1 and 15, 7 contains. So if I remove these two from the calculation, now what happens? If 0 factors, it is true, correct?
Yes.
Where I'm starting now? Starting from 2, but there is no 2 here, correct?
Yeah.
And also I'm removing this. I will remove this. I'll remove this 15 also. Now tell me guys, we are starting from 2 and going till what maximum?
5.
Going till maximum back. What? 5. 5 means what? It's half of the main number, right? N, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So why should we go up to 10? Why should we go up to 15? Why should we go up to 100? Why should we go up to 1000? 1 lakh if there is a number? Is it waste of the time, right? Because we know that only factors are half of the number maximum. You understand
Yeah.
when you exclude one end itself.
Yeah.
I hope now understood everyone. So that's the reason my test will start from 2 and it will go up to half of the number. That is, if it is 10, that half of the number is 5. If it is 5, half of the number is 3 only. So 15, if it is only max 7, I will go, because there is no chance of even 7 in odd numbers, right? So
Yeah.
like that. I hope it is clear now, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if there is at least one factor, I will not even go up to this. I will not. For example, if you take 50, if you take 50, okay, or let me take like 29, for example. So if I check what are the factors, boss? 2, 7, right? And 29. Is it a prime number or not? No. But why should I check up to these 3 numbers, up to that number, or up to half of the number even? Because once you find a factor, see, if there is no factor, obviously it's a prime number. But if you find at least one factor, first one, I can declare it is not a prime, right? Do I need to continue? Are you getting my point? Let me take 50. It will be more clear. 2, tell me, which are the factors for 50? 2, 5,
2, 5,
10,
10,
10, and 25.
25.
Okay. Now it is not a prime number, of course, correct?
Yeah.
Then
Yes, sir.
I can tell only if I get one number 2. Why should I go and up to at least half of the number? Is it necessary to go to till 25 also? Because
No.
one factor, if you found, it is not a prime number, correct?
Yeah.
If you don't find any factors, you keep on continue until you find the factor. Till end, if you don't find the factor, it is confirmed it's a prime number. But when you find a factor at the beginning itself, the first factor itself, I can confirm now it is not a prime number.
Yeah.
That is the reason I'll just say here, if in journey going 2 to half of the number, if I find n percentage I equals to 0, I mean if you find at least one, then there itself I'll just return true,
True.
false, sorry. I hope everybody understood this logic, why I wrote. I don't want to
Yeah.
move. See, I got one factor. That means it is not a prime number. I don't need to continue my for loop. Even there are multiple iterations are still left, I don't need to continue. That is my intention, boss. Am I reaching to everyone?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Assume the loop is over and it is coming out of the loop. What do you mean? The return statement not encountered, right? This is not fired, no? This is not fired means you don't get any factors. From
Yeah.
starting to ending loop is continue, but still you don't find any factor. That means what is confirmed
True.
is a prime number. I hope this logic is clear, simple, and everybody got the clarity about it.
Yeah.
Now what I will do is, here I call this method. Call this method is prime. Copy and I'll paste here. We need scanner class to read the method. Scanner is equals to new scanner system.in. Right. And we need to import, because scanner class need scanner sorry, scanner sc equals new scanner system.in. Yeah. Now first I remove this all. Right. Now you can go and just put import. Why you need to import, you know, because this is belongs to util package, so you must import by placing cursor. Error is gone. This is imported java.util.scanner in the top of the. Now what? Okay, enter a number. Enter a number to find factorial. Sorry, to test prime. Correct. And here you read. Tell me guys what's supposed to do. Int n equals to
int n is equal
sc dot
to sc dot
next
next int.
correct.
Next int.
Correct. So then you send this. Yeah, is prime of n. It will return a boolean variable.
Boolean variable.
Result, some result, and print this result. If you want to test a proper result, otherwise you can just see guys. Now let me run this code. Yeah, enter number 12, false. Enter number 7, true. Enter number 15, false. I hope you got clarity.
Yeah.
Now, okay, rather than I want true or false exactly, what should I do? I can do one thing. Public static void is prime string integer n is prime string. I write some other method. In this method, I am calling this method. In this method, I am calling this method, for example. What is the job of this method? It will tell me true or false. Okay, I'll store this here. I'll store this here. I'll store this here. Boolean. If result equal to true, return it is palindrome. Sorry, prime.
Prime.
Yes. Else return it is not a prime. So this method will return complete string value. Now which method you call here? First
Is
method or
prime
second
string.
method? Better we call this method. As you wish, which method you want according to the situation, you call this. If you want to display the message directly, then you call this and store in the string result and then print the result in the form of a string. If you want boolean values, you call that particular method. See guys, this is answer. 7, it's a prime. 55, not a prime. Got it? So look at this and ask me if you have any doubts, anybody.
Can you please re-enter the 55, number 55 on the output?
Yes.
But 55 is okay, it's not a prime. Okay, I just got confused.
Okay. 5 is there, no? 1, 5, 55. Okay. So logic is clear to all. Why I write these two methods?
Yeah.
I'll move forward.
Yes, sir.
Now it will be more clear why I wrote this. What is the need of true or false? Yeah, I'll tell you. It can be reusable. Like, see, this is one program I written. Suppose I want another program. I'll copy this whole program, guys. Close it without saving. I'll paste. Yeah, paste it here. Now I don't want to test the prime number or not. I want to test like I want to see enter in number, enter starting number, similarly enter ending number. Okay, and enter start number, enter end number. Okay, so enter start number, I'll take it as start, I'll take it as end. So I hope you understood what I'm trying to say. I want to test, I want to print all the list of prime numbers between the given range. This is my requirement. Okay, after taking two numbers starting and ending, I want to print the list of prime numbers between the range, guys. Can you tell me how to achieve it? I put a for loop here itself.
For loop.
To start, yes, I less than or equals to end I plus plus. Okay, if is prime of I, okay, here I wanted to show you one thing else. See here I made one mistake. What? Result equal to true. Do you need to compare? When you compare, what is the output you will get here? When you compare, what is the output? True or false only, no? If
Yeah.
result equal to true, it returns true. Correct? If result equal to true is not correct, then it will return false. So why should I do like that? I can just simply write the result only, no? Because if result contains true, this if condition will become true. If result contains false, it will become false. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Understood, everyone? Why should I need to compare again? After comparison, you will get final result what? True or false only, kada?
True.
So rather than comparing, I just put here, because when I get is prime or not, it will return me what? True or false only, no? So if it contains true, my loop will be true and it will print this message. If it contains false, my if condition will go into else part. Make sense? Guys, everyone understood?
Oh, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, here also I just say is a prime is not enough. I'll directly call in the if condition. Why? If the given number I, is a prime number, it will return what? True, right?
Yeah.
This method will return true, no?
Yeah.
Then if true, I need a list of, okay, it is going more than 2-3 lines now. So can we separate this into method rather than writing in main method? Static void get list of primes. Is that better? Write separate method, because main should be very simple and clean. Int start, int end. It takes two parameters, no? Is that clear, guys?
Yeah.
There is one more method I written, which takes two parameters, starting and ending, and it will check with other method. See, in one method get list of primes, I am using one more method is prime. This is called reusability concept. Why should we write the methods separate code? Because every method should be reusable. I can reuse for other purpose. See, is prime can be tested for prime number, and is prime can be used to get the list of primes also. Now you understand, is it called as reusable or not?
Yeah.
Now you understand why I called reusable method? Yes. If you don't have methods, or if you add two logics in methods, can I use this here? No, because only one logic for testing prime is available in that particular method. I could call directly. That's what every method should be written with one particular logic. Don't mix other logic, so that it can be used as per your requirement. If is prime, then what should I do? I need to create the list of primes, kada? Tell me, guys. If it is true, means I is a prime or not?
Yeah.
If it returns I is what? Prime, no?
Prime. Yeah.
So I need to prepare a list. I need to prepare a list of numbers. So I should go with the string result, because there are multiple values now. I told you, no? When you have multiple values, go and append it to result. I mean string variable. So I am appending, guys. So whenever my I value is returning true in the is prime method, I will add that I value to the list, because it's a prime number. Is it looking very simple and clean code or not? Finally,
Yeah.
I return the result, guys. And this result is a type of string. Yeah, this result is a type of string. Finished. I will call this method. I don't worry in the main method about these other methods, because if I call this method from the main method, because my concern is what right now? I want you to tell me what is the list of prime numbers in these given two numbers. So this method's job is what? It will give the list of prime numbers in the form of a string result that you can print here, guys. So I don't care about the is prime, because when I'm calling this method will call other method. This method will call other method. When it returns false or true back, where will it come back? It will not come to the main method, no? Will it come to main method, or will it go to this method?
Get list.
Where will it go? Is prime number, when it returns, it will go back to this method. Why it will go back to this method? Because is prime is called from this method only. If you call is prime from main method, it will return back to the main method. Guys, this is most important to understand, everyone. So now I will get the list of numbers here. See, 5 to some 30. 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29. Is that all prime numbers, guys? Is that all prime numbers or not? I'll put comma between rather than space. What should I do? Here in the space, I just add commas. 10 to 50. See, guys, are you clear? Only prime numbers you got, or any other thing also you got?
Prime.
Yes, ma'am.
I have
Any
a question.
other doubts?
Yeah, I have a
Yes,
question.
yes.
Can you please repeat that guest list of prime method again?
Okay, let me do one thing. I'll just temporarily remove this. Okay, because we no need here, no? Yeah, I keep this method and this method. For readability, it is better for you. Yeah, in main method, I'm taking two numbers. And after that, I'm passing these two numbers to the method called get list of primes. Okay, in that method, I'm passing two numbers. Okay, and it will find the list of prime numbers in this particular method. Here, if you observe what I'm doing, I'm putting a for loop starting to ending, and I will first contain starting value. Okay, it will go till the end of the value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 if you give first value as 10. So I will pass this first value, whatever it is. Suppose I gave 10, 30. So 10 first will be passed to this method is prime. 10 will be passed to this method is prime, which is already written here. Now it receives the 10 value and it will return either true or false based on the prime number. Now tell me, if I pass 10 in this method, will it return true or false?
Return false.
False. When it return false, will that be added to the result or it will be ignored? Ignored, right? Because if condition is false means will that go to this if condition, or it
No.
will come out of the loop and it will increment, right?
Yes.
I will become 11 now, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah, then 11 will be passed. Now tell me what will be the output return type. If I pass 11 to this method, what will it return? True or false?
True.
True. When it is true, shall I add this I value 11 to the result or not?
No.
Yes or no? Okay, next time it will go and make it 12. I'll pass 12. Will that return true or false? False.
False.
Because 12 is not a prime number. Will that be added to result or not?
No.
12 will be added to result or not?
No.
No.
If condition becomes true, and now is it clear? If the condition is false, will that go into this body?
No.
Or if condition is true, then it will go into the body. When will the statements of the if condition will be executed? When it is true or
When the
false?
number is prime. When it is true.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Finally, you return the what result? Is that clear now or still doubt? These two
Yes,
methods are
it's clear.
Now, do you think this code is efficient and readable code or understandable code, reusable code or not?
Yes.
What do you think? Is it better?
Yes.
Or the code which you people have shown me is better? So we need to correct the practice with right code. Okay, solving problem is not enough. Even you solve the problem without correct meaning, also the code will not be accepted. Like if you write a method, also not important. Write a method with one logic. Don't write a method with two logics. Guys, you see and compare your code. Got it?
Okay.
So why true or false? Now understood everyone? Yeah, I'll tell you one more assignment on the same primes only. Primes only I will give you an assignment. Now I did for list of primes, right? You write twin primes. You write what? Twin primes. What do you mean by twin primes? If I give like 5 and min value or start value 5, end value suppose 30 I gave, no? At that time what you did, you printed all the prime numbers. Now I want twin primes. Twin primes means what? 5 comma 7 then dash. Okay, what is the next one? 11 comma 13 then dash, 16 17 comma 19 then dash. What is the next? 21 is a prime? No. 23 is a prime? Yes. And what is the next prime? 24, 25 is a prime?
No. 20.
Guys, 24 is a prime?
No.
No,
No.
27. 26.
29 is
no.
prime.
26, no. 27,
No.
29.
Yes.
29. But is it a prime? Twin prime means what? The difference between two prime numbers should be 2. Should be 2. Is that difference between two numbers is 2? No. Is it countable? No. That's it. This is the. So can you do it this? Will you try? Bit tricky, but I want you to try this and come back. If you already did, it's okay. Now, shall I tell that Armstrong program or will you take care of it? Guys? Okay. Okay, I do one thing. Whoever did and whoever not yet did, do the Armstrong program in my style, like I said just before, separate. Everyone, whoever did, whoever not yet did today, I'll give one more choice for tomorrow. You also solve that in a method, modular format, modular programming format, separate methods. Okay, guys.
Okay.
Two assignments. Now I will just print one table, public static void get table. What do you mean by that? Get table means I send a number. It should print the table for that number, multiplication table. Suppose declare scanner sc equals system.in Control Shift O. There is a shortcut for importing automatic, guys. Control Shift O automatically imports. There are two ways to import. When you are getting error, place the cursor and import explicitly like this, or press Control Shift O. Okay. Chalo. Out.println. Enter a number and sc.next int. Int n. I take a number into n variable. Now I want to print the table for the given number n. Copy this, call this method, pass n value, and tell that give me the table of n. Yeah. Anybody write this code? The table should be in like this format. 1 ja 1. For example, if I give 1, or if I give 5 number, 5 1 ja 5. Okay, 5 2 ja 10, like that. Like finally 5 10 ja 50. I want all this table up to 10. If the number I send is 6, it should print 6 table here. Guys, tell me how to achieve this. Anyone?
Using a for loop.
Yes. Okay, I write
Then
for loop.
we need to iterate through the 1 to
1 to
10, right? You said 10. We need to
yes,
end up
yes,
with
yes,
10.
10. Plus plus. Very good. Then
Then we need
how you return
to
all? How you
make
return
an,
all?
no, we need to keep string.
Because you have multiple values to return now, then
Yeah,
we must take what? String
string
result.
result. Yeah,
Yes. Tell me. Result should be prepared with plus equal.
plus equal. Yeah. Then
Tell me. First
I
5,
into
right? 5 means
n.
5 means what? The given number n, right?
N, yeah.
Yeah. N. Then after that x symbol, na? So
Yes,
plus
plus x.
because fixed, x is fixed. Then plus 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2
I
3 4 5 means I, na?
I
Yes. Plus. Next equal symbol. Within quotations you put equal symbol. Then plus. Last one. 5
I
1 ja 5,
into
5
n.
2 ja 10. I into.
I into n.
Yes. I star n. Into means star here. Then return result.
Result.
Return result.
Result.
The type is what? String.
String.
And here I receive with the string
String.
result equals. Then I'll print that. Okay, guys. So I got this, and I hope it will work. What is wrong? Why this brace? Why this brace? Complete class body. This is main method. This is This is method. This is everything fine.
Might be
What is wrong?
something in the bottom.
No, this is closed here. Oh, yeah. Okay. If I give 5, oh, it is going in same line, all like this.
Yeah.
Okay. How to send it to next line?
With the
Slash
slash n.
Slash
Slash
n.
n.
line.
Yes. 6. 6 1 ja 6, 6 2 ja 12, 6 3 ja 18, 6 4 ja 24, and all. Correct? Understood all?
Yes.
Any more doubt here to anyone? Yeah. Actually, who feel that you people are growing some programming? In these 5 sessions so far, whatever we did 5 sessions, many of you feel that you bit improved in coding and you understood some new concepts. You learned something better. Is there anybody? Please.
Yeah.
1,
Yes.
2,
Yes.
3.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
So can I expect everyone is enjoying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Prof, can I get the first 4 recordings?
Actually, I don't have that recordings. These people are having. Are they sending to you or not?
No.
Sending.
I'll recommend. Okay, can you just message them or mail them Apex IT? So you, whatever the recordings you want.
Sure, sure, sir.
Okay. But one thing I want you to send me email ID as well as your contact number, everyone. So I will create a group today so that we can have a communication. If any doubts or anything is there, okay. I'll provide my number. So everybody just make a hi message. Somebody got yesterday. I got it from somebody. I'll create admin. Only few people have sent me, 4 or 5 members. So send me all who are continuing in this batch. Just send me the mobile number, WhatsApp number. Just print a hi message. That's it. So my number is once again 9032482080. This is my number, and plus 91 is you need to add. Send me message on this number. Message. Noted all?
Yes, sir.
Yes. 9032482080. Chalo. So I'll explain one more program. Let's do it one more program. If I have, you are done with well. Just give the introduction of it. Nested for loop. Nested for loop. Yeah, guys. One more thing you need to understand. Can anybody tell me what is the use of when we go for loop, when we go for while loop? When we go for while loop, when we go for loop. Anybody? When we use for loop, hello? When we use for loop, when we use while loop.
For loop, for continuation of a program, like if we are giving a set of range, while loop to judge it if it's true or when we are keeping a condition in between.
Anybody else? We did one sum of digits program, right? Where we did that? 3, day 3, I think, not 2. Yes, sum of digits program. Yeah, just choose and tell me why I used while loop here. Why I used for loop here? You just look at that output and you tell me what is the difference do you see? You people only will tell me. Correct? So when you don't know exactly how many times this, do you know how many times did I tell 1 to 10, 1 to 5, 1 to 6 like this here?
No.
No, there is no exact count. If you give the number like a 3-digit number, it will work for 3 times. If you give 5-digit number here, it will work for 5 times. So when you don't know exact count and then you go for while loop. When you know the exact count 1 to 10, 1 to 5, 1 to 6, 1 to 11, 1 to 100, then you go for for loop. Very simple. When you know the number of iterations, then you go for loop. When you don't know the number of iterations, you go for while loop. This is an important question even in interviews and all. Okay guys, so but practice is required guys. From this, if you understand, you need to practice these programs and try to do some other programs also. Okay. So let me do one more thing like nested for loop program. What is nested for loops? Nested for loop means a loop within
Loop
another
inside
loop.
a
A for loop, if I write 1 to I less than or equal to 10 I plus plus, and within this for loop, if I write one more for loop, integer I equals to, sorry, it would be not integer I, it would be j, because I already used j less than or equals to 10 j plus plus. Then I should go for next. I just print hello message. Can you tell me how many times this hello message will be printed onto the screen? How many times hello message will get printed onto the screen, guys?
100.
100 times. Yeah. Everybody accept 100 times or 20 times somebody?
It's an infinity because you never ended the loop, right?
Very.
I ended no. I ended no.
10 వరకేరా.
Yes.
It's 10. It's 10.
10 into
Yes.
10, 100.
100. Why? And the way you see how it works, this is important to understand nested for loop. First I equals to started with 1, then it will be tested, yeah, true, then it will come inside the loop. But here one more loop is there, starts with j equal to 1, j less than 10, and it will not finish until its condition get false. I mean, it will run 10 times. Once it is finished 10 times, it will go up of the first for loop, and it will keep incremented to 2, and it will be true, come again in the second for loop and restart from the beginning. Okay, when you restart from the beginning, again it will 10 times run and it will leave the control. Okay, after finishing 10 times means first 10, second 10, 20 times, then it will be incremented to I plus plus. Then again it will be tested to 3 is less than or equals to 10, because I becomes 3, right? Once I equal to 3, then it will restart j value from 1 to 10, guys. Do remember. So like that, when I equal to 10, this will be also 1 to 10. So 100 up to 100. Am I clear?
Yep.
So exactly it will match to the loop or it will match to the output. Like for example, I want to write like 1 1 ja 1. Very simple example I am giving. 1 2 ja 2, and finally 1 10 ja. Then I am not stopping here. I want to continue 2 1 ja 2. Okay, and 2 2 ja 4. Similarly 2 10 ja 20. Then 3, then 4, then 5. Like that I want to print 3 table, 4 table, 5 table, blah blah blah. 10th table I want to print like this. Guys, can you tell me, is it possible with one for loop? Printing from 1 to 10 tables? No. And if you observe this, assume the first value is I, second value is j, and this is the product of I and j. Now tell me, I value first 1, right? Then j starting from 1 to 10, right? Correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. I value 1, 1, 1, but j 1, 2, up to 10. Once the j becomes 10, I will be incremented to 2, because once this for loop is over, I will be plus plus and it will become 2. And again it will come inside the loop, then j restart from the 1 to 10. See, when I will be 2, j restarted from 1 to 10, guys. Then j will be 10, then I will be incremented to 3, third table will be printed. I hope everybody understood this.
Yes.
Yeah.
In this way, continue the nested for loops. So now let me decorate this according to my requirement. I plus, correct, plus what next? J
J
plus equals
equal to
plus, yeah,
I into J.
that's it. Now you can see the output, same 1 to 10 tables you will get. First table ended, second table started, second table ended, third started. Every table 10 to 10 is 100. Understood, guys? Everybody understood? Very simple code, and it is printing multiple tables. So like that, nested for loop will, you should understand how the iterations to be performed here. Then you can do a lot of programs. So we'll do some more programs in the next session, some good programs. Okay. And till now, I wanted to stop. Is that clear to all? There are 2 assignments. And in the next session also, we'll continue some programs with for nested for loop only. After that, after nested for loop, if completed successfully, I mean, everybody is okay with that, then I will start with the arrays concept in the next session. Arrays, single dimensional array. Okay. Once array is finished, then we'll go to 2-dimensional arrays. Then we'll go to string concepts. Then after doing some good programs in string, interesting programs like this only, in string, then we'll move to object oriented programming. Is that clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Try to finish the 2 assignments for tomorrow. I'll start. Okay, guys. Bye. See you.
Okay,
Bye,
see you.
sir.
Bye, sir.
Have a good night.
Thanks,
So
sir.
everybody, yeah,
Thanks.
yes, everybody send me the message.
Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, bye, guys.